Ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking about putting this video out earlier, but then I was like, no, don't, because I've been working overtime nonstop since I can't even remember. It's been like a week, and figured my brain had turned to mush, so I'd start talking about women at some point, and no one wants that, and I literally can't afford that. I don't even know what that means, man. If I mentioned that 2019 is not the easiest time to be a male, a man, a dude, a guy, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not looking for sympathy, and I'm not saying I'm a victim. I'm just saying, as a single male who is interested in dating the opposite sex, holy crap, it's confusing and rough out there. Now, watch this red line of dryness descend downward like it were magma or some shit. Oh yeah, they'll probably be cussing. Because if I'm like, oh yeah, my brain is all mushy and I need to talk to you about these severe weather events, but I'm talking to you about women because Valentine's Day is coming up. Love it or hate it, you better get ready. It's going to be an energetic thing, man. So yeah, but I felt that I had to properly warn our West Coasters, and technically everybody in the United States, Canada, Mexico, that starting the 11th, we're going to get a really, really weird severe weather pattern, which is like 5 days from now. So we got ice moving over, clicky, clicky, and then heavy rain and possible ice, sleet, snow, mixed precipitation moving over the southern and east coast. And then notice the West Coast is about to get slammed again. Slammed. Look at that. That is a lot of heavy rain, and it comes through pretty fast, and it pours like a giant hose. And then you have your secondary storm rolling down the coast, kind of like it did last time. This is a more fierce version of that last storm, I do believe. And then, although it kind of all that shit disappears on the map, I don't think that's how it's going to work. I think when that hits, it's going to stay semi-intense throughout. So it's almost like they PG'd it up for you kids. Because you can't handle it. That's what Asteroid Fight Club's for. You can handle this shit. Alright, so we got a major storm moving over the United States right now. We have major icing problems as we're going through our McDLT. Game of Thrones Fire and Ice volcanic winter with periods of spring. Right now we have less than 100 rivers flooding. That is good news, though. This area is going to see heavy flooding as 2 storms are moving through, and then possibly even a third. I want to point out this cliff that I always point out and go, wow, that's fascinating. Every time this weird, that's definitely not in a Nibiru shape, but his moon is there, and it has achieved hydrostatic equilibrium, and that kind of looks like a bikini. Plus, that is a giant V. Oh, dang it, now I got to go look at the sun. My production value and time specification just dropped. What? That didn't make no sense. It's okay. My brain is mush. The pictures are pretty, and the data seems solid. Though you should be moving, you are not. What are you doing to me? You make me look bad, Istio. It's okay. We've been friends long enough. We can handle it. I forgive you. Okay, so I was looking for triangle patterns on the sun, other than the sunspot. That would be a stretch. We don't see any triangle patterns on the sun, which I find a little surprising. It's okay. I'm okay with getting stuff wrong. I don't know everything. I know almost nothing. I do know some stuff. Okay, what were we talking about? So there's your severe weather pattern. Let's even refresh that baby. And so it is a very active, dominant, wild weather everywhere. Speaking of women, the entire coast has been foggy for a couple of days. The Caribbean is steamy. And affection, from what I remember, is nice. It's one of the finest things the world has to offer. So yeah, and then watch how this bombs out. This low pops from here to here in a very short amount of time, which seems very weird and odd. But these are very weird and odd days. And we're starting to see our wet pattern move in to pre-soak California, which is already wet, and Oregon and Washington and Canada, parts of Mexico, on the 8th and 9th. And so we are into the wild elevated instability pattern. That's all I'm saying. Now we're watching as that giant dry line moves down, and it looks like the magma under the Caribbean is heating up. Look at our giant unicorn pattern with the eye makes an appearance. It loves to show up in weather right there. Boom. There it is. There's our New Mexico, Texas, Gulf, East Coast atmospheric river that continues to show itself again and again and again and again. And now we're just looking at the pretty shapes and contours of the clouds. There's a lot of action going down, it seems like. Now we're going to check out for El Europo. Whoa. Let's go back one. That's what we're doing. We're going back one. And these rain band patterns are wild. Okay, this one's for you, Europe. Yeah, it looks like you guys are going to... We got our flying V patterns headed up. If you get lucky, the ridge will pull a lot of the moisture north. If it doesn't, you guys are going to get slammed. Ooh, watch that pop out with some heavy rain. Yeah, and see, this is part of the 11th that I'm talking about, where that is a giant rain band. And watch the yellow right there move up the coast. That's just a giant T of wetness. Crazy. And then a lot of it is going to head, that one pulls down into Spain. As the whole mushroom head smacks everything in the face. That looks like it's trying to spell out something. 2 T's? Who knows? But yeah, this is some crazy ass shit, man. That is some wild, wild weather. Europe, United Kingdom, over the pond. I gotta come up with new words for that shit. You're in for a wave after wave after wave after wave. Stormy, windy, wet, frosty. Period, I do believe, of mixed precipitation. Now we're taking a look at the National Weather Service World Federal Aviation New England, damn it, ice accumulation forecast. And a lot of places have gotten up to 0.4 inches of ice, which shuts everything down, or it should, because there have been hundreds of accidents across tens of states. So here's a live look at 11:25 Texas time of, now the shit that causes big problems is the purple, but we're trapped in another one of those situations where here's our giant convergence line right there. It's so weird, man. Look at that. You got a swirly thing, a dongle, a double dongle. The heaviest of the wind is pushing through Mexico, New Mexico. Hearing some pretty sturdy reports out of Texas. Can you hear me? Oh, crap. All right, what do we got going on here? We got a speeder clocked at 85 miles per hour in Missouri. Possible tornado warning. Missouri. Twitter worlds are colliding. This dude is going to name his Asia tribute band Thunder Sleet. Paul Williams from AccuWeather showing us how you're going to get record warmth in the south and east. And the line that separates the fire and the ice is going to be very stormy. Severe weather dragons. Hail snow? Oh, hell no. But yes, it's happening. What is the plural spelling of Venus? And thanks, Be Rich, for looking it up. I think you said, Google said it's Veneres, but you can't always trust Google. Veni would be my guess. From Weather Tap, lots of lightning out there tonight. Notice how lightning covers all of northern Tennessee. An interesting lightning map on this very warm night. I will concur. Oh man, you had a blue to your lightning. That is great. So as you can see, the lightning is lit. Ma'am. Oh no, I've broken my own thing. Oh, that sounded weird. There was a sign I should wrap this thing up. Let's look at the giant sea in the ocean first. together, you and I. There's our still swath. What? So now I can't even use words. I should hang it up and hit the button. And then, so yeah, Game of Fire and Ice. Check out Cranky Weather Guy's blog. Storm Hamster, I'll leave it linked for you in the information box. And the Weather Twitter team at hashtag WX Twitter is always best for the up-to-date, up-to-the-minute notifications in your local area. And we're all in this together. It's going to be a big weekend. So I'm going to need everybody to do their best to force themselves to focus on things that they love, have fun, and envision us all having a good future together. Can you do that for me? Okay, great. Thank you. I might talk to you in the near future. I might sleep. Who knows? The energy is weird. If I mention that, and it seems like the instability has increased. But don't worry, we got this. We were born for this. I love you. Stay cool. You are awesome. God bless everyone. Let us live long and prosper together. And may the force be with us always. For some good, super awesome times. Yay.